So usually I would start with boiling my proteins. In this case, I use gizzard for my stew. You can use chicken, fish, stock, whatever it is. Then I went ahead to fry my base, which is usually onions and chopped peppers. I usually use a tarado. You could call it Scotch bonnet. It just helps me give my stew a base, and some more color. I know tomato already has color, but I just love the aroma of fried onions and chopped scotch bonnet before my tomato goes in. So I went in and chopped my onions and put that into the oil, and then I also added my scotch bonnet and I fried it at this point. Then I also added my usual ginger and garlic paste. If you know me, you know I do not cook anything without my ginger and garlic paste. You can use grated ginger and garlic. You can use dry ginger and garlic powder. I like the paste, so I put in a little bit. I was cooking for my mom as well, and she doesn't like garlic, so I managed to minimize the quantity. If it was just me, I'll put so much more. And obviously, I told you guys I added the peppers. I think this part was before I added the peppers. So it's usually the onions, ginger, and garlic first, then my bell pepper, my scotch bonnet, or usin suka as they call, or asaro, whichever suits you. So I stir it all together, fry all of this, and then I go in with my blended tomatoes. So usually I blend my tomatoes with onions and peppers as well. I love pepper, I'm sure you can tell. So I blend onions, pepper, and tomatoes. So that is the tomato paste blended already. And then I put that in and I fry. I do know that some people boil their tomatoes. I just don't like the taste. There's a different taste when you fry and when you boil. So I always boil my tomatoes. If you like to, I always fry my tomatoes rather. If you like to boil, that's different. That's up to you. So I stir that in and I fry it all together. Remember to always keep stirring and then you cover it up. How do you know when your tomato is done? So you see how the tomato divides itself from the oil. Usually the oil will settle at the top and give a demarcation from the tomato paste itself. Whenever your oil starts to separate, just know that it's almost there. So at this point, you go in with your spice. I usually put my Maggi. Again, I repeat, I was cooking for my mom. She doesn't eat salt, so I really didn't put salt at this point, but I did more of a Maggi. So you can put whatever spices you want into yours. So I later did put some salt because I took out a bit for her in a different pot, and then I went in with my salt. So you put in salt, you put in Maggi, and whatever else you would like to put in your stew at this point. Some people put bay leaves, I know. Some people put a bit of thyme or curry, is up to you. So after that, I went in to throw in my gizzard. I just put only the gizzard at this point. I forgot to put that in. I didn't put the stock. I put just the meat. If you have chicken, if you have beef, if you have gizzard, if you have shaki, whatever protein you have, you go in and put it in at this time. I leave it for a little bit so it soaks up some of the tomato sauce. Then when it's all done and you taste it and it's good, then you go in with your stock. Water at this point. Remember not to put too much of your spice when you did put it because your stock has salt and Maggi as well, so you don't overspice your stew. I always gauge my quantity. So if you notice, I put only half a Maggi at first and a bit of salt. So I went in to put my stock that had more. If you have, a smaller quantity, maybe put your stock first before you spice. Now it's all done. I tasted it, and boy, yum! Did it taste good? Divine, right? Okay, guys, until I come your way again, keep watching my page. And please subscribe and follow my channel. Thank you. I love you all.